Other end, Glass has gone to Robbie Gray. And Wingard starting all on his own inside the forward 50.
Yeah, that's a bit of a move, isn't it?
Yep.
Isolating him.
One-on-one with Bennell. Round 5, big game this. And the bounce comes back straight away.
A little bit of an anticlimax
It was,
there,
wasn't
Matty
it?
boy.
Yeah.
I just think they should throw it up. Save the umpire embarrassment like that.
Nick Nat gets up easy, but hits it straight down Ollie Wines' throat. Wonderful smother from Shuey on the captain, Boak. Away goes Ellis, trying to get onto his left, uses hands to Nick Nat. He decides to go out wider. Marston around the corner and finds his man. That's a beautiful start. Cripps inside 50.
Well, Darling's on.
And he overcooked the kick, and it's out of bounds. So an anticlimax for the West Coast Eagles fans.
Good entry, though, by West Coast. Just needed to hit that last target. They would have been having a shot on goal.
You should have a look at that. We can't see it from this contest, but every player is in 1/4 of the ground. That is the forward line for Port Adelaide.
They're all in there. There's only four just outside that 50 as the kick tumbles in for the first score of the evening. It's behind.
A few discussions. Sorry, Matty. There's a few discussions on the couch last week about saying at ball ups that there should be certain players in certain zones on the field to try and prevent.
I think we're just getting ahead of ourselves on that one.
Gee, that's a beautiful kick from Boak, isn't it? That's how you cover ground.
They've got numbers inside too here, Matty.
Yeah. Unfortunately, White couldn't get free. Now he can. Gives it over to Ebert. Can straighten up. He knows this ground. He knows how to kick goals. First goal of the night. Ebert, coast to coast, Port Adelaide.
They're the best of the competition in going from coast to coast. Their skill level has gone up considerably as with their fitness. It's amazing. It's gone right up a notch, and you see Boak here getting the ball, kicking it to Matty White, who's come across from Freo from Richmond as a free agent. Just steadied up, found the kick inside to Ebert, who realised he was on his own and thought, well, I might as well finish it off while I've got an opportunity. And he too has become a very, very elite player in the AFL.
Bennell to kick in. Short option is Marston, and he can take it and go. Cox was his target.
Yeah.
Beautifully weighted kick. Selwood on the burst going past.
Well, they're on out here.
Wellingham spots it, realises it. Gaff can get it onto his left foot. Very dangerous in this situation. Measures the kick. Big chance here, the Eagles. Or will it go over the back? It does. First to it, though. Port Adelaide. Gaff squeezes the kick out and gets a fair bit of distance on it. One-on-one situation. I'd fancy Darling here. And here he goes. He's big, he's fast, he's strong. Takes on O'Shea. By hand, he wants it back. With a 1-2 and a juggle. Still going, Darling. Oh, how's that for a kick? Almost made it. Well, Hill forgot to go for it. Clearing kick from Trengove. Really used to the body by Sam Gray. But he's outnumbered 3-1. And the 3 almost went out, but he got some help. Sangray by hand to Corns, to Westhoff. Pressured, sees a man in the middle. Hartlett, long kick, asking a bit of Matty White. Perfect kick. Doesn't have to break stride. He'll take himself on to beat Glass. Oh, he wobbles it. It might wobble through. It's ugly. It's a mongrel. It's a goal. Kick 3 last week in almost a breakout game for his new club. He's terrific, but it's been a good journey for him.
Oh, he's been fantastic coming over to Richmond. Good pick-up, but, gee, this game's been absolutely flat out and terrific skills. He really decided to take him on. He could have went short to Schultz in the middle of the screen here. You see Schultz leading up, and he said, I kicked 3 last week. I might as well have a crack at another one, and he's done it. So just adding a bit more speed. Here's his journey. Drafted to Richmond, picked up as a free agent, and playing good footy.
Polak, Schultz, underneath the arm, Sam Gray. That's a good kick. Hartlett, both
from there.
55, open goal square. Westhoff got a hand on it, still in play. And he just forces it back to Ebert. He's already kicked the goal. Tight angle. Shear, they hit the post twice. Right hand post halfway up. Told to move. By hand to McKenzie.
Wow.
They don't look confident going forward, do they, the West Coast Eagles at the moment?
Still a chance here, though. Marston popped it up high. Kennedy's there. Off Carlisle's elbow. Kennedy
he's got it.
evades everyone and kicks it. Good lord.
Don't know if Jason Dunst will be happy with that shot on goal.
He's on the ground.
With that one,
There's a questionable whether it was a free kick to Kennedy there from Bobby Carlisle, but play on was probably the right call. Bounced up and could have ended up with an easy goal there, big Josh.
So they're still yet to get that goal. Thought that was the one.
Oakes free in the middle.
Gray decides to use Hartlett, who's been busy.
Well, here's Wines.
Wines come off the bench.
That's a very good interchange from Port Adelaide. Now he wants to move it off to Westhoff. He's going to be in between two, but has it. Look at the running. Who was that, Ebert?
Yeah, no one's picked Ebert up.
He is a gut runner. I tell you what,
he ran a mile to get that.
We've seen some good gut runners over here at Subiaco in the past, but I tell you what, Brad Ebert is going to another level with his running. Quite often he plays close to a man, but when they've got any chance of getting the ball, he pushes very hard forward.
1 goal, 1 Ebert. He hit the post on his second effort.
Oh, look at that.
All from this side of the ground. That one straightens up. That's 2 for Ebert, and Port Adelaide get out to a 3-goal break.
Well, just, you're talking about gut running. I think he might be playing centre forward, so he might be playing as a roll-up half forward, which means someone hasn't picked him up in the mix when they come through. But this is all happening because they're getting the ball. Great interchange.
Coast to coast again.
Yeah, look, they do it brilliantly. As Roo said, they're the best in the competition at doing it at the moment. But they are just outrunning him, getting on their bike, and at the moment, West Coast Eagle haven't dropped the player back to maybe just intercept those sort of things.
Through some traffic.
Oh, pressure here.
Yeah. Got to bust the tackle. It's going to come back in spades here. Prittis looks up, spots Kennedy with half a metre. Oh, almost again. Darling. Now Wellingham. Now the shot at goal. Now the crowd are on their feet. Your team. Hutchings couldn't get it, but
here he is, Matt.
Paddles it out to Marston over to Mackenzie, who was the second man waiting back. And inside out Torp. Floated it up, tough one to mark. But they're lurking here, the Eagles. Players on left and right. Prittis spots one of them in Darling. He floats it up. Kennedy was hanging on to Trengove, but he got some help from Pittard.
Hold on, that's a free kick, I think, the West Coast.
Well, I thought Kennedy had hold of Trengove's jumper.
Now, let's have a look here because Port are away, and this is a big call by the umpire. Let's see if there was much interference. Or Trengove's a bit of jumper holding on. Hard to tell who did what.
A bit of both, probably.
Let's have a look here.
I think the umpire said he held his arm, which...
Maybe a push. Looked like a little bit of hands in the back, but here we go.
It's all immaterial now. Kennedy, he's kicked a couple of behinds already. This time, though, it's a set shot. Oh, and it hooks it back, and he kicks the goal, and they're back to within 5 points. No one really knew where it was going. Trengove, an ugly handball to Ebert. Ebert off the left, it's an ugly kick. It's a turnover. Shepherd.
I think they're both exhausted. I think both sides are looking for quarter time at the moment.
Yeah, just watch Nick Nui. Pretty ordinary chasing effort on the wing.
Quarter time comes on cue, Mark Prosciutto. Terrific first quarter. Port had the run of play early, but the West Coast Eagles started to win some contested possession, got right back in the game, and a couple of goals sees them get back to within 1 kick. So will this speed continue? Will this pace continue for 4 quarters? We'll find out when we return from a break. Port Adelaide leading by 6 points. Rosa with a big switch.
Yeah, good switch.
It's on to
Kenzie's on.
Bennell comes back through the middle, similar to what we just saw from Pittard. Can he find his target? It's a loose ball for Sheed. Boak. Been a bit quiet of late. Selwood. Clever handball to Big Dean Cox. Coxie kicks it around the corner and scores a level. The big man's on song. Cut off though by White. He gets through traffic again. He's done that 2 or 3 times tonight. Pushes the kick out wide. Here's the hard running Ebert. Can he go all the way? He might have to. He's got no one to kick to. There's 2 bouncers. Good chasing. Forces him wide. He has to hook it back towards Westhoff, and he's got to get it back again, Ebert. Great tackling by the Eagles. Mitch Brown involved. Ebert's third effort. Hartlett, half a fumble. Off a step. White. Schultz. Boundary.
Yeah, and you can see Schultz just saying there, you've got to allow the man to go into the marking contest.
Yeah, that was very obvious.
Let's have a look here. You cannot do that. No. That's just pushing him out before the contest even there. 3
umpires and none of them are watching Jay Schultz, obviously.
They might get one for Lobie, though. So who would you want having the kick for goal, though? Schultz or Lobie?
Oh, I think I might go to Schultz, man.
Don't let this man down. He'll bang this through, Shorey.
I hope he lobs it through, Lobie.
He's got a massive role today, Matty Lobie, because he's up against 2 genuine ruckmen. And he hasn't got a second ruckman with him. There's going to have to be Nick Westhoff or Trengove going to have to go in the ruck at some stage, but he's up against Cox and Nick Nui.
You mentioned Trengove. He's gone down in the rooms. Some more information about that shortly. Can't afford to lose a big man. Westhoff's just gone off. Lobie needs to kick it straight. Scores level. Whatever he scores will put the team in front.
Yep.
It's a goal. Never in doubt, Shorey.
No, I think he's going to be player of the future.
Oh, he's a player now. I like him.
Yeah, look, he's got a massive workload in the back there, the push from Dean Cox, which is senior players. Really, just got to keep away from that sort of issue. But Matty Lobie, he does go forward. We can see Trengove's gone down in the rooms. Gee, it's all happening here. West Coast to 1 down. Xavier Ellis has gone off, subbed out of the game.
Well, you can't have a game at this speed without injuries. No. I mean, we'll be lucky if we do, but at this stage, it's not unexpected.
One-on-one again. This time, it's Cox and Carlisle. Cox tapped it back. Hill. Over back to Dean Cox. Can he get there in time? Drop punt off the ground. This would be a marvellous goal if the Eagles could finish it off. O'Shea back towards Marston. Port under pressure deep. Still. Darling kicks the goal. Oh, they got there eventually. Scores a level again.
They're getting plenty of ball themselves.
Good vision. And fine Cassisi. Kicks on his left. Not sure about that. It might fall, though, for Schultz. Maybe Cassisi's got an issue with his right because he was completely free there. We'll keep an eye on that, but it falls for Schultz. Now, here's what Schultz does. We've seen this before. He tries to pinch the angle.
He's done it again.
He tries to pinch a bit of the angle.
That cannot be.
And he's done it again.
That cannot be to the centre of the goals, is it?
Remind me not to buy a house off Jay Schultz.
You'll lose some land on the side.
Exactly.
That's an old Kenny Hinkley trick.
That's brilliant. He's done it again. He's given himself 5 metres, and net result is a goal. Take a bow, Jay.
Well, they needed that one, didn't they, Port Adelaide? West Coast have been on top really since halfway through the first quarter. And here's Ebert. He's getting plenty of the ball.
Spots
great
Cassisi.
kick. There's Cassisi. He decides to play on. Wasn't a great kick, but Jay Schultz made something of it. And a beautiful kick at goal. Jay goes back and nails it.
We saw him do it 3 times last week, didn't we? In the one quarter, in the last quarter. Bought himself 5 metres every time. Westhoff might be next for Polak, and they push it wide to him. Now, Robbie Gray is on a long lead. He's got away. But there's no one inside the forward 50 yet. Ebert, the hard runner, sets it up in the air, but Selwood's with him. Over the back it falls. Schultz has a man going past. Sam Gray kicked 3 on debut, not to be there. Just took too long.
Good tackle.
Comes up with a secondary tackle. Well, if you're going to make an error, that's how you cover it.
Well,
Pollock's kick is a poor one. And here we go, turnover footy. Gaff, Hutchings should get it. Jumped at it. Robbie Gray got in his way. Impey by hand. Opportunity gone begging there for the Eagles. And Port share it to Broadbent, who hits his targets. And his mate is Ebert. Tight on the boundary line, just
good skills.
Yeah, didn't miss his target in Boak. And he hits it long towards Schultz. And it's still alive. Wingard. McKenzie got a hand on it. Oops. Brown missed his target. White through traffic. Sees Westhoff. Can't get boot to ball. White's still there. It refuses to go through, and now it does. Yes, there was some pressure there, Matty.
A couple of half chances for Port Adelaide, but just couldn't quite capitalise. 6 points a game.
Nowhere a chance here. Rosa waits for it to bounce.
Oh, you got to sting them.
Got rid of Gray. Now the Eagles on the burst. Cox to Prudis. Doesn't kick very often. It's half smothered by O'Shea.
Big contest.
Gray, quick hands.
Back to Gray.
Yeah, it's going to come back.
Gee, the way that he picked that ball up, it's really good for youngsters to show how to protect the ball. Get your body, your backside in. Yeah, exactly.
Cox works his way to the front, appeals for the free, not there. Impey and up and under.
Wingard.
Oh, he did well. Did well to just judge it and jump it. And off to Hartley, but there's no one forward. Now, who's the hardest runner here? Wines.
Now Schultz into the square.
Oh, he's missed the target. Schultz went to the square. Wines takes on McKenzie. Ball spills back towards Boak. Shepherd desperately tapped it. Beautifully done. Wonderful defensive effort from Shepherd. And they're away on the turnover. If you hit targets, you can kick goals. If you miss, it'll hurt you on the way back. And it does now for Sheed to Hutchings. Next in the queue, Kennedy tumbles it forward. Bennell.
Did well.
Yeah, he's been good, hasn't he? And he took on Polak. Managed to get the handball towards Cripps. Still not out of trouble. Yes, they are. Glass, Bennell, Hutchings combining well. He's had a good game. And then just sends it up high. 2-on-1 though. Cox and Darling against Trengo. Darling was always going to get it.
Cox is
just
out.
Takes off. Hard running from the big man. He's got Kennedy over the top. Can he get there by hand? Now Kennedy has time. He has a man as well. Great work, Eagles. Great team goal. The drought is over.
Haven't had a mark inside 50 this quarter yet, Port Adelaide.
We saw Robbie Gray with about 3 metres. Tried to pick him out.
Got it. Good player. He just protected that area a little bit. He had to stand in jump, so it had to go over his opponent's head. But I reckon he used his short lower body to just keep that player off the mark, or where the ball was going to drop.
Kicked 2 last week, but his kicking for goal from set shots wasn't good. 2-4 last week.
You jinxed him.
I did, but normally he's reliable.
Well, he's kicked that all right.
He got that straight as an eye. And they needed that, Port, and we're back to a 1-kick game.
Well, Roo, it's a great contest, but it might be the little bit of luck like Pollock coming off the bench to get that ball over the top, and it was just the timing. Just used. Oh, he's a strong body, but probably had the better sit on him anyway.
Just turned
a little bit there.
Degrees.
I don't think he really nailed the kick off the boot, but it went straight through from 50 out, and they needed that, Port Adelaide, big time. Great game of footy.
Crummer needed, or Crummy's own.
Good recovery.
Wines, Ebert, facing in the right direction. Spots Corns, who gets back quickly, wheels around, and sends it long. Schultz caught at the back, Gray at the front. Robbie Gray.
Yeah, gaffed, and he was that gaff in the marking contest. I don't know how it came about, but just too big a body. Yeah, it was. Andrew Gaff was his one-on-one. Great kick by Corns with that elevation, Roo.
Yeah, absolutely. Realised the strength of his teammate as opposed to the opposition, and 2 really strong grabs. We said before that they hadn't taken a mark inside forward 50 in this third quarter. Robbie Gray's bobbed up with a couple. This
for 2 in a row for Gray to put Port back in front, and he hammers it home.
Well, he's got the potential to be a star of the competition, Robbie Gray. His body really has restricted him throughout his career, but they reckon they've finally got it right. Let's have a look at Robbie Gray. Well, I mean, there was nothing special about it. He just took the mark. It's pretty average defence, really, by Gaff, but he's not known to be a one-on-one defender. He's a wingman who, you know, that's probably the weaker part of his game, and full credit to Kane Corns, who identified it, and as you said, sure, he just gave it a bit of flight, and Robbie Gray did the rest.
They're exhausted.
The 25-minute mark of each quarter, they've been absolutely cooked, haven't they? First, second and third quarters. That's how hard this game has been. You don't often see it with good sides, but big ground today, and certainly a fast speed in that first half. But this quarter's been a bit slow. There's been a lot more possession footy, but they're still tired.
Corns long, and both teams happy that the siren's gone, but it was less than a kick at quarter time, half time, and now 3/4 time. It's what we expected, a close finish. Port answering late in that term, 2 goals to Robbie Gray to give them a slender lead. 1 point. And coming up is a fabulous finish to this terrific game. Ebert. Shuey goes to him, but misses him.
Oh, gee, nearly a turnover again there.
Beautiful take, though, on the half volley, wasn't it, by Westhoff? Look at the speed of White. We know he's a speedster. Can he keep going? Takes them on. Gray chips it. No one to kick to. Oh, Hartlett.
Oh,
he's played the mark.
That wasn't a mark. The Eagles man had first possession, didn't he?
Schofield saying
Surely
he did.
That was play on.
Not Schofield, McKenzie, I should say.
Oh, that could be a defining moment. Wow, that is a shocking decision and a crucial decision.
I think they just saw it on the big scoreboard somehow, Roo.
Somehow.
Well, if the footy god's watching like he was in the first quarter, this won't be a goal.
He'll hit the post.
It was normally a very good kick, though.
Hartlett for a lucky one.
Like that.
Oh.
And he gets it, and the crowd won't be happy.
Wow.
How did he make that mistake? Because that was very obvious. There's no way he could have marked that ball. He went up with a fist.
Go back to this, though. This is good play. This
Yeah,
is trying to break the lines, take the game on. You take a chance with it, but we know Matty White at times, his thought process isn't great without pressure. But no, you cannot play that mark. And anyway, you've got to make the most of it when you get the opportunity, and it gives Port that little break.
Work it out through numbers here, although the give's too far. Lobe. Young, fresh legs, Yo. Oh, they pushed him in the back.
That's what we thought.
Boak. Oh, Wingard. Oh, no. He's done it again, has he?
Was that an ankle, Achilles, or just a little jag?
Well, when he kicked that goal 2 weeks ago, just after he kicked that miraculous goal, he went off in similar circumstances, then missed the game at Adelaide Oval.
Did the opposition stand on his heel? I just wondered whether that was. It looks like he's walking all right.
I reckon Bennell landed on the back of his foot there, sorry. You just see it right here.
Yeah, just drag. Yeah, he's with his knee, matter of fact. So.
Well, he missed with an ankle, so.
But he's the sort of player that pops up in the last quarter to kick goals. He loves big moments. He's directly in front. He's had a quiet night.
Whoa.
His quiet night continues. Drills it low. Oh, here's White again. Could have taken a bounce. That's a hard one to take.
Great.
Super hands from Schultz. White still
Wingard
going. He said, go long, I'll kick it. Wingard going to test him out here. Doesn't get a good bounce. And guess who?
Tell you what, Bennell's got some speed. Ran straight past Wingard there.
Oh, he's deliberate.
Gee, the umpires are making some big calls in this last quarter.
Well,
he's a left footer here, boys. He could run around and snap it back.
I thought the contest was on a glass end. Just have a look here. So he's come through. Let's see what. There's the contest. Wingard, you've got to hit the ball.
Oh,
that's a shocker. I would.
Wingard's kicked it out in the full, so the footy gods are still there. They haven't gone to bed yet. It's still exciting.
Well, that contest, Wingard was right on him. You could make it. You could hit it as hard as you want in a way.
Points on the board for their hard work. Otherwise, you just feel that West Coast might get a run at some stage in this quarter.
Cox with a big knock.
Well, that wasn't good.
Broadbent has a long leg. Kicks it towards the square.
Oh!
Now, that's a free kick to Wingard. He got collected up the front.
Well,
surely he doesn't miss this one.
Well, Dean Cox, he's a senior player. At that ruck contest, you know that they've got players behind the play. You know that's where they're going to set up. Well, you don't want to turn this over. White just has to get out of that.
Yeah, Glass is trying to get someone to turn it over.
Wingard's not well, boys.
Schultz is trying to buy some real estate off him and also pinch the footy.
That's called a Quinella, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's a bit groggy. He's a hard little unit, this fella. Don't worry about that.
Well, I said at three-quarter time, guys, Kenny Hinkley went straight up to Chad Wingard and just asked for something special. Hasn't quite delivered on it yet, but he's had a fair chance at it. I reckon this one he'll be popping through.
Well, it's umpires bring him round on a fairly tight angle.
Oh,
I might change my mind now.
Oh, boy.
Schultz would kick it from directly in front. He's that good at that.
Well, he should just go to it. It's close. Nearly right up to the mark. He doesn't have to come inside. He's a left footer, so it is a bit more difficult. There's no doubt about that.
A lot more difficult.
He can go up close, though. He can get to within 5 or 10 metres. He's kicked it. And Port have got the breathing space thereafter.
Well, he is one hard little unit. Have a look at the facial expression on. He's hurting at the moment. Bottom lips curling up a little bit. He loves big moments. We've seen him play good finals footy last year. We saw him kick 5 in a showdown.
Look at this contact. You know they've got numbers that way. They're going to outnumber you all the time because you're playing goal side trying. And I think that was a pretty ordinary tap from Dean Cox as an experienced player. That should have gone to the boundary line. And there's the free kick for front on contact. Oh.
Kennedy goes back, Broadbent to spoil. Front was Selwood. Great handball to Hill. Can he give it over to Kennedy? He just misses him. He brings Cassisi into the play. Kennedy stays on it with strength. Around the corner. Oh, 1 goal, 5 for Josh Kennedy. That was the time he needed to get a good bounce.
One more goal for the West Coast Eagles. It'll be game on here. It's only 13 points.
Nat Nui down. Let's take a look.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's ribs.
Please.
It's ribs.
Yeah. Might have a couple of crack ribs there.
Oh,
yeah.
what? If he hasn't, there's strong ribs. It's strong
I
bone.
don't think he'll sleep tonight.
Yo and Boak realising he had to get it to the boundary.
Oh, you could.
Oh, no. I was going to say.
Well, if
I
you
was
play
going to say.
glass,
That's
you play
exactly
both.
right.
I know, but both of them are wrong because he had to contest the ball in between two players.
As long as they're consistent.
Yeah,
he probably knew what he was doing. Sure. He was trying to get it
wrong.
out. Well, consistently tough on the out of bounds.
Yeah.
Kennedy's coming. Over the back it goes. Cox. Cripps. He rolls it through.
Well, they got Nat Nui on, and also Gaff came on. They were waiting for probably 3 to 4 minutes to get that interchange.
That's it. Got to take a risk. Got to thump it clear. Got to go for broke.
Marston.
Got to take a
Pollock's got to
grab.
go. Spoil comes. It's a big one.
Oh, that runner was in
Runner
the
was
way.
in the way. Wines shrugs the tackle. Gee, he's strong. Young.
Did well.
Handball over the top. Wingard tries to draw the man.
This is
Schultz
it.
will do the same, or he kick it himself. He does. Schultz gets the goal, and Port get back to a 14-point lead.
Oh, he's a good player, isn't he? He's been a fantastic player since he's come over from Richmond. He's become a leader at this club. And I'll tell you what, Young, he's made a few mistakes, boys, but at least he's got to the ball. At least he's got the ball in his hand, turned it over a couple of times.
He's given him some spark,
No
sure.
doubt, and that's what an interchange player is, or a sub.
Exactly right. When Ellis went down early on the game, you knew Port Adelaide had that up its sleeve. Schultz, he was just laying down. He's been smacked on the snozzer. And well done, Jay Schultz.
Marston to Cox.
Need a switch here, need a switch.
Glass has gone into the middle.
Gee, went too deep then.
Mackenzie goes wider. White almost pinched it. Might get it back. Can he take on Glass? No, he's just going to short it towards Gray. Mackenzie reads it better. Gray's on him though. Love the way Mackenzie works. Run down though. It's all to no avail for the Eagles though. They can work hard, but Port withstanding their forward thrust again. Young, handball over the top. Wines, 1 or 2 or 3. Third in line was wide. It was a poor kick from Wines. Bennell put his teammate under pressure, but he kept going, and the siren sounds, and Port Adelaide have done it again. In the final quarter, they've run harder than the opposition. They've outscored them, and when the game was up for grabs, as it was at quarter time, half time, and three-quarter time, they were the team that has come through. They were the team that had the legs to make them win by 14 points. And there's a lot of players who are exhausted.
I think they'd be ruining those missed opportunities in the first quarter, West Coast, when Kennedy had a couple of shots on goal. But Port Adelaide are a good side. They might have only beaten 3 sides down the bottom of the ladder, but it was the way that they beat them that was the impressive stuff. And today to come over here and knock off the Eagles on their home deck really does I get some really good credibility for them, some confidence for them that they can mix it with the big boys. I think they've improved since last year, and they're a definite finals and maybe even a premiership contender.
Well, one man that started beautifully for them, got things going with 2 goals early.